Right. Thank you for this opportunity to talk to you a little about my reflections on CBR and the importance of social participation. Right. I've been involved in promoting CBR for more than 30 years in different countries, mainly in low and middle income countries. But I'm well aware that the lessons of CBR and how CBR can help to transform lives of persons with disabilities are equally applicable in a developed society. I think the principles that CBR follows of empowerment, of equal opportunities, of rights apply equally in low income countries as in middle and high income countries. And I know that my own experience of promoting CBR in different countries, there is tremendous evidence to show that CBR can make a difference to improving quality of life of people with disabilities, in promoting empowerment. And this is not just for, let's say, children with disabilities, but also for older groups. And now increasingly we are finding that aging is a major issue for our countries in Asia. And already CBR has made a beginning in looking at elderly people, both people who acquire disability as they grow older, as well as persons with disabilities who have grown older. So for both these groups, I think CBR has definitely a role to play in providing access to rehabilitation opportunities, in promoting social inclusion and social participation of such people, of educating the communities and governments and families about the needs of this group of people, and in doing a lot of advocacy to promote basically access to services and empowerment. And I think more specifically in countries like Korea, where you already have a well-established system and services for rehabilitation, more important would be not just access to services, but more important would be the other aspects, like promoting inclusion, like promoting social participation. Okay, so how would you do it? I mean, you would need to borrow some ideas from CBR lessons from other countries, like in other developing countries, and look at how you can promote social participation and social inclusion, maybe through, let's say, even something like a group approach, promoting groups of older people with disabilities, promoting groups in the community where they live, providing them opportunities for participation, social participation, through some kind of mutual self-help groups. I think that is something that you need to look at, and that's quite possible in a country like yours. So just as we have self-help groups for persons with disabilities in developing countries, you can look at self-help groups of elderly people who can support each other and who can also, be advocates for themselves with government and others. So that is one aspect of social participation. And the other is to prevent isolation, which many elderly people tend to feel, to prevent their isolation, to prevent loneliness. Okay, so again, these kind of groups would be of help. Another thing that I can think of is to develop a base of volunteers who can regularly visit people who are older, who are living alone, and help them in just talk to them, or provide some social support for them so that reduces the isolation. So having a volunteer group who can visit and provide that kind of social support, So I think these are some of the things that I can think of to help to improve social participation and reduce isolation of people with disabilities, especially the older ones.
Thank you for